good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 162 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play. Set mode, no items, so yeah. So with that being said and done, let's get on with today's episode. Hazuki, what is the meaning of all of this? Darling, you know me, I can be such a pain sometimes. Those are your words, not mine. Whatever's going on, we can talk this through. Silence. You do not have the authority to bargain here. Thomas Blakery Jr. How dare you speak to me in such a way, after I took you in when you were young. But Thomas is right, dear. You have absolutely no authority. Why am I here? What purpose do you want me to fulfill? We'll get to that. I don't know why Miss Von Braunt is here, but she won't be an issue. I get in these types of situations a lot, it seems. Don't worry your pretty gray head about it. Don't worry, Saki, I'm thinking of a way on out of this. Hazuki, please. A couple of months ago, dear Hazuki went to sleep after a long day of work. She dreamed as she would of another day, another life, until in this dream, a man in a mask appeared. They called him the Puppet Master. The Puppet Master showed Hazuki a lot of interesting things. Things that would change Hazuki's life forever. Dreams? Puppet Master? What on earth? Do you want to know what I learned? I learned that Mr. Blakery was nothing more than a human worth less than crap. A man who manipulated everyone who he came across. Even naive old Hazuki at the age of 25. Of course, you must remember Storm 9. Do you remember how you found me unconscious after a perilous battle? Do you remember what you told me? I recall saying something about your friends. You said that my friends had rescued and ordered me to get on the nearest evacuation ship. And me being far too naive, for my own good, trusted your words. We got on the boat with your little suitcase and I never saw my friends again. It was all a lie. All of it. My friends were still fighting down in the ruins. That's what the Puppet Master showed me. The one thing I've regretted all of my life is that I didn't do more that day. An intrusive thought quelled by the reasoning of I couldn't. But it turns out that was not the case. I was manipulated by a man I loved. There's more. The reason why you lied to get me on that ship wasn't because you cared for me. It's because I was the only way you could force yourself into my family's wealth. And if the storm overpowered and killed me, well then, there would be no one to marry, right? Hazuki, that isn't true. I love you. Once Hazuki and I marry, our financial situation will be reversed. The Blakeries will reclaim its throne at the top of the corporate world. Well, that was certainly a bro moment. She called you out on that one. That voice memo. This is you, right? I remember your young voice very well. Fabricated. This was all to... I read that wrong. This was created to frame me. Yes, and I believe the fact that you got your father killed is fabricated too. Is that fact that you and Cassandra are tied into Team Zen's affairs in some way fabricated? Hazuki, where did you learn that? So it's true then. You don't know the circumstances of this. Circumstances don't matter. Now, Saki. Now, pause. I kind of want to get into this a little bit, so yeah, I don't think I'm going to get into anything that's spoiler related or anything like that. If I do, I'll give a warning and a heads up. I believe everything that I'm about to say has been seen and told within the story, and sorry for the chair squeaking there. Okay, so it's really interesting. You have the room. Hazuki's like, hey, yo, I thought we were some happy couple. But no, I've learned some dark truths. The puppet master came before me within my dream. He gave me this info. I worked with him to find and uncover more and more and more about your crimes. And I've learned some terrible things. You orchestrated so many events that hurt and, if not, eliminated people that had a chance to compete with you. You lied to me when I should have been in battle. Maybe I could have been the difference, but I'll never know because I trusted your words. I went on the boat, and that was that. Now, I don't know if some of those things were fabricated. I'm going to safely assume 99.9% of it wasn't, because you go back to the scene with Indrid, Gardevoir, and Thomas being Thomas. You know, he's young, he manipulated the original mayor, rest in peace him, and he had the one comment being like, you know, she's kind of pretty. I might just marry her. Who knows what might happen? You know what I mean? And he gets what he wants from Indrid. Indrid's like, I don't want to see you again. If I do, you're dead. Gardevoir then is like, all right, bye. She's gone too. And it just kind of continues onward. So he's definitely an extremely evil and corrupt individual. And I don't believe any of it is fabricated. Now, it's kind of interesting getting into the Team Zen bit there, where he's like, you don't understand the circumstances. Now, of course, Suzuki, right now, right mindset, being like, I don't really care. I don't. You ruined so many things. You lied to me, eliminated your opponent, practically stopped me from potentially being the one thing that could have saved my friends. I don't want to hear it. But it's interesting. What does Team Zen have over Mr. Blakery? Is it just, I don't know, like a strong arm kind of thing that Madam X is like, hey, yo, you got money. You have influence. I like that. Work with me. You don't even have to like me, but you're going to work with me. If you don't, you're screwed. Do we have a deal? Thomas Blakery might be wealthy and powerful in that kind of sense, but when you have somebody as powerful as like Madam X, Cassandra, the entire admins from Team Zen being like, hey, if you step out of line, nah, it could be pretty, bro. Then his entire, I guess, how do I want to word it? His standing just falters. It falls if he doesn't have anything to stand on top of. And I think they most certainly have that ability to do that. Why is that? They just eliminate him. Clearly, he's some greedy man that just wants to, you know, squeeze every dollar out of any individual. Go back to Riza. Go back to, again, the mayor. There's so many instances of him doing that. He doesn't want to go yet. Nobody wants to go. And it's one of those things that at the end of the day, he will cling on to that as long as he can. And I think that's why he's kind of like strong armed by Team Zen and Cassandra and all that kind of stuff, that he has to. And if not, he's going to be in some really, really bad situations. So he's just going to comply simply. And of course, Suzuki, again, I don't care. You might have a valid reason, but I don't care. You've hurt me. You've hurt so many individuals for far too long. We're done. It's over. We're doing this now. I think that's pretty much it for my little rant there. Sorry for the chair, by the way. You are the heiress to the Blakery's assets and foundations. All the terrible things your grandfather has done will fall onto you, but you can be free of this disgusting curse. To do this, you will kill Thomas Beerend Blakery. What? Kill? Grandmother, this isn't what was discussed. Quiet. I didn't say you had the authority to chip in. Kill? I don't... Why me? Out of everyone in this world, I think you're the one who actually cares for. that I actually care for, I think is what she said. If you're the one to sever ties, then that would break him. I want to see his face change as he realizes he's going to die. I want to see his face change when he realizes that his own beloved granddaughter has to be the one to do it. I want to see his face change when he realizes all the atrocities he's committed come right back at him in one fell swoop. Do it. Saki. End his reign of terror right now. Saki. By the way, your dear grandpa is the reason why all of your friends suffered in the first place. He rigged things in your favor. He cheated your way up the ladder. The device you created for the top-notch student competition was supposed to be in 3rd place. I wonder how many potential futures he's ruined because of that. Your life has been one he's designed from the very beginning. In a way, your life wasn't truly yours, just an extension of his own. Saki, don't. Being a murderer won't solve anything. Do you remember the East Kieran fire? When it was all done, all of the blame was put on me, even after Venom's dad took responsibility. Ever since then, people would look at me differently, with cold eyes. They looked at me as if I was subhuman trash, as if I was a monster. If you do this, you will be looked at with those same cold eyes. Nonsense. A death in a nightmare realm equals a clean death in real life. There will be no trace of Saki's involvement in such a deed. She is on the side of justice. Even still, Saki, you're better than any of this. You always get yourself into wacky hijinks and odd scenarios. If you end up hurting someone, you always find a way to make things better. Please, I'm begging you, don't do what Hazuki asks of you. The cycle of evil within the Blakery family won't end. It'll continue. If you want to change things, you can. You are the Harris to the Blakery Corporation. Stand up and make a change yourself. Amber. Thomas, tighten her restraints. That will shut her up. Don't you dare. Hey. That should keep you from misbehaving. Now, Saki. It's time. End all of this. Now, it's really interesting, another rant here, how she brings up the Kieran fires, and I really, really enjoy how within this version, it adds more with the fires itself. I know this scene, I believe it was always like a thing, but even within like the Terajuma arc, like it talked a little bit more getting into that kind of stuff. And again, if you're not really aware of what she's referring to, it goes into more detail in their side game Where Love Lies, and it's a really good game, and I would definitely recommend you play it. If you don't want to, I do have a Let's Play if you want to check that out too. It is like 3 or 4 years old, something like that, but yeah, if you want to see it, you can. But Amber's right, and I go back to saying Amber's easily, one of my favorite characters within this game. The way that she's just grown, it's just amazing. Where she here and now is like, Saki, you do this, it will stick with you for the rest of your life. What you're doing here is the same thing that Thomas has done to others. Yeah, sure, he probably deserves it. He probably deserves to rot in hell. I get it. You don't like him. I don't like him. Almost nobody likes him in this room. I get it. But killing him is the same thing that he's done to so many others. Be better. Do better. It's not the path that you want to go down. You don't want to do it. I've been blamed for something that I didn't even do. And people looked at me differently. Like it was my fault that their homes and all that kind of stuff went down in flames. It sucks. It hurts. Even if Hazuki is right, which I would safely assume she is, that no one's gonna know, it's still gonna stay within your mind forever and ever until the day that you breathe your last breath. You will have to live with you taking his life. Are you willing to go that mile? Are you willing to walk that road? Open that door? You're a coward. You're nothing more than a coward, Hazuki. To push Saki to make such a heinous decision. If you really wanted justice, you just turn him in for his crimes and be done with it. No, you want bloody revenge, and you're making someone else dirty their hands for you. Isn't that just like Mr. Blakery? You hypocrite. You're just as corrupt as any other corporate trash out there. You sicken me. Just... disgusting child. You have no idea what you're talking about. You have those cold eyes too. Your eyes are of someone who has nothing else to lose. Hazuki died a long time ago. All that time ago. The person in front of me is just a corpse without a soul. You. Don't get so easily baited next time. Let's get on out of here. Follow me, I know a way on out of the nightmare realm. I'm so confused. What the heck is happening here? We'll explain later. First, we gotta wake up. Now, children. Just where are we going? Let's have a chat. So, that final bit there, and again, I can't compliment Amber enough with how she worded that to Hazuki. And she's on the ball. She's on the dot. Correct. Right. However you want to word it. That she just wants this revenge and she's just wanting to pass it to somebody else. If Hazuki really wanted it, why doesn't she do it? To put it on, you know, someone as young as Saki, it's evil. And even, how do I want to word it? Even Amber saying, those cold eyes, you have it too. You're no different. You are absolutely no different. And the comment where she went and said that Hazuki, the old one, I don't know what happened, but she died a long time ago. This is just some body with no soul moving around, just solely running on hatred and revenge. I don't know what happened to you, but the old Hazuki's gone. And I think that so I've always had, now this is stuff that is known within the game at this point because we went through the platinum route, or pearl route, platinum route, whatever it was, the one with Aaron and whatnot, where you see Angie, you know that she's not normal. If you've seen the story bit by bit, you learn a little bit about her, that clearly Indrid had some sort of influence within Angie, messing up her and doing things to her, making her this evil monstrosity. I've always felt that Hazuki was in the same boat, that the reason why she is the way that she is because Indrid did something. Now, it's still not out of line. Indrid might have, but the line that was said earlier, that she was found on the battlefield like unconscious and he took her away on the boat. Thomas Blakery took her away on the boat. There could have been a thing that somehow she also got some of that like essence within her and she was, you know, slowly gonna delve into this, you know, more revenge and hatred kind of Hazuki here. But I also feel that potentially it never even got to her, that this was just something that just built up over months of her learning things from the puppet master, and she's now the way that she is. It has almost nothing to do with Indrid himself. I'm kind of 50-50. Either I think Indrid has some level of influence, or most likely this was just pure hatred, learning about Thomas and all the kind of things that happened to her friends, the people she possibly could have protected, and everything that her husband has done along the lines of eliminating people, hurting people, rigging stuff for Saki, yada yada yada. I can see it both ways, and I kind of honestly, even though I said like 50-50, I kind of lean towards the second than Indrid actually having an influence on her. But I can see it both ways. So yeah, just something that's interesting to point out there. Anyways, Alon, you did it. Way to go, Alon. I knew you could do it. I was skeptical, but Riza said she beat the crap out of me if I continued to be. I said no such thing. Don't make me out to be abusive. Alright, settle down, you two. This is a moment of celebration. We can't celebrate just yet. The encryption locks are down, but the Puppet Master actually has to retrieve the data. Yeah, and we also have to deal with Clear and Kieran's data. Right. What do you have to say for yourselves? What do you two have to say for yourselves, sorry? She's concentrating. Don't mind her. Concentrating on what? Can I ask you a question, Alita? Could perhaps you be the traitor? Thought so. Traitor? You? You were the traitor, Alita. Yeah, it's true. I am the traitor, but me being the traitor only means that I knew this game was happening beforehand. When everyone went to sleep last night, Hazuki stopped me before going to bed. She told me that she already caught everyone in her trap and that I had to play along. If I did, I would have a chance to corner someone I've been hunting. I assumed this person would be me. Yes, but I had no choice in this matter. If I hadn't joined, the game would have been impossible to complete. Truthfully, the word traitor doesn't even really apply to Alita. We just threw that word out to stir up the pot for Clear and Kieran. Well, you got your answer. Now it's my turn to ask a question. Why Riza? Why did you impersonate her when you already look so much like Zara? It's simple. She was a valuable asset. Her connection with Mr. Blakery, her income, and status in this region all played favorably for me. Which, of course, I don't think I really need to like break that whole thing down, but it makes total sense. You used my face, my identity, for such an evil reason. I will never forgive you for this. Your forgiveness is pointless and unwanted anyways. That's the thing that's so interesting about Clear, because it's just like she said on like the pyramid, like destiny and certain other words, meaningless, I don't really care. I'm just here to do a job, okay? And just do what I need to do. I don't need forgiveness. I don't need people getting mad at me. I mean, you can get mad at me. I don't care. So, cry about it. Your forgiveness is pointless and unwanted anyways. It's also because she was popular amongst the gym leaders in Grand Dream City, isn't it? I've been thinking about the change in MO originally. Zara targeted people with the same GPA as Saki Blakery. After she was killed, almost all of her victims were gym leaders. Talon, Venom, Akane, Saki, Adam, Valerie. These are the people who haven't been hurt by your schemes. Sharp, you're absolutely correct. Thinning out Celine's army is vital. Celine's army? Now, again, remember Ignis Ironworks factory, where Amanda mentioned Celine. I went on a spoiler rant, but we learned a little bit more throughout this story that Celine picked out the gym leaders and all of this sort of stuff. Team Zen, Clear, Kieran are like, okay, let's work it out. We're gonna mess with Amanda, get her out of the equation. The gym leaders are gonna falter a little bit. There's gonna be open spots here and there. Go back to the Gooming side quest where he's like, I can't find gym leaders and whatnot. Like, where are they? Thinning out Celine's army. Vital. That's exactly the plan here. If there isn't much of a resistance, then they can push forward and have little to no pushback at all. And they can easily gain control of whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish. Alon, you learned about yourself in a nightmare realm. Yes, allow me to offer a trade for information. In your nightmare realm, Alon said that the events in there didn't play out the same way. Do you want to know why? Nah, I'm good, duh. I think no matter what, she kind of like tells you anyways. I don't think it really like adds or subtract points. Duh. As expected. There was something I omitted from my original story. There were actually 3 of us in the beginning. Me, Kieran, and a third partner, Eden. Third member? There were 3 of you? Yes, and do you know why we used the word were in this context? It's because Crescent destroyed them. Eden was doing data on past Avium, and she came into contact with that feral cat. Ever since then, Crescent and the 2 of us had some sort of rivalry. I feel like I said some of those words wrong, sorry. But that's besides the point. Right, there's something that little Saki and Amber didn't get the chance to bring up earlier. Why did we kidnap Saki, Adam, Valerie, and put them in the pods? Alon saw this all... I cannot read today. Alon saw this as well, so I'll ask them. Alon, why did we put all 3 of them in the pods? To clone them, to suppress them, to test something, to harm them. I'm pretty sure the right choice is to test something. Now, to be fair, to clone them is kind of correct, to suppress them is also kind of correct. To harm them is kind of like a 50-50, like, I bet if they like complied, maybe they wouldn't harm them, but they kind of resisted, so yeah, and rightfully so. Not that they shouldn't have resisted against Claire and Kieran, but yeah. But anyways, I'm pretty sure the right one is to test something. Ding ding ding, you are correct. We used them to as a way to test out our newest experiment using the matter cubes. So I assume the matter cubes, he's talking about the black boxes. We were trying to see if we could take... No, I read that right. I thought I read that wrong, sorry. If we could take the consciousness of a certain person and move them over to an entirely new body. You move their consciousness into a new body. That means that Adam, Valerie, and Saki we've encountered with are just copies. Their real selves are sleeping away in those same pods. Their minds are walking around in dolls we've created for them. But why? Why do all of this? All of this? Longevity, however you say that word. After Eden was destroyed, we became aware of our morality. If we were destroyed, the mission is over. Now that's an interesting line. The mission is over. So, as it's been said, and just to remind players, there is an agenda. There is a goal. So if we just transferred our collective consciousness over to a new body when ours get destroyed, or better yet, what if we were able to copy our minds and store it into a database, which would allow us to make as many copies of ourselves as needed. So another thing that's a really cool thing to point out, I also think that's kind of why Cassandra and Isha have some sort of like business relationship. I think I made like a whistle sound there, sorry, but like some sort of like business relationship, and with him trying to like move his like brain and whatnot to another body, I think it's something that Claire and Kieran have probably looked into and studied as well to see how well he does with all of that. Of course, you know, I don't know if it's entirely true, it's just kind of a guess. Plus, to be fair, he's more of a, of course, organic body, and I would assume Claire and Kieran, similar to Amanda, aren't necessarily human. I mean, like, they are, but they aren't. I'm not really sure. I think they're more robotic with a soul, question mark? I'm not honestly entirely sure. Because like it mentioned like the gather cube, wrong item, matter cube, and you see the past timeline where Crescent gathered the souls and put it in the box, so I would assume something similar to them. Again, I'm not entirely certain. And it's not really like spoiler stuff, I'm just saying stuff that has been shown and said within the game, so I'm just kind of rambling. That's why you uploaded your data to the Lego Somnia engine. In the event you were destroyed, a new version of you would pop out instantly. Correct. We tried to upload Eden's data too, but his drive was far too gone. The data we could enter was incomplete, disjointed, and fractured. It is why Alon's nightmare realm was far more abstracted than the others. You two are inhumane monsters. Because we are not the same as you? In that case, you should reevaluate things as one of your best friends would classify as a monster too. Huh? Here, we'll give you a peek. What did you just do? I implanted the events of Alon's Nightmare Realm experience into your mind. Like a roll of film to a projector, it's all there for the viewing. Now, I guess to be fair, it is like the Nightmare Realm, so I was about to say, it's a really interesting thing that he could just do that, but we're in a dream, so I guess almost anything is possible. This, Alon, you're a result of our perfected experiment and illustrates. I cannot speak today, man. I cannot speak that word, man. I'm just gonna pretend it says an illustration example of our oh my god, man. I suck at pronouncing words. Example work. I said before that my procedure is seamless, painless, and impossible to differentiate. This entire time you've been friends with a deceased individual stuck inside of a doll. Alon, I'm so sorry. I don't know what just happened there. That was like a train wreck. Watch what you say, it's alright, don't let it get to you. I'm pretty sure that's the one that gets you the most points. Alon, you're right, I won't let her manipulation tear us apart. How heartwarming. A little experiment from me. Could you all describe Alon to me? Just do it. Alon usually has white hair. Normally, with darker clothes. And her eyes are a beautiful jade color. Alita, Alon is a male. Not to mention, they have red hair. What? Alon is a girl, and she has pink hair. What's wrong with you guys? Alon definitely does not have pink hair. What? I can see it very clearly for myself. What are you all on about? It's as I suspected. Alon's soul is made up of several different ones, particularly, sorry, I think I read that wrong earlier. Maybe not, I'm not certain. Of the people you saw in that nightmare realm. How interesting. And that's enough for now. Our trade is complete. Here you go again with this trade business. Explain everything you know. We traded information for time. You will all know what I mean in 3, 2, 1. Now, before I click A and continue on, I want to talk about that a little bit. It's something, it's over here on my desk there. It's something that's very interesting to me that Alon here, or whoever the protag you are playing as, is somebody that came from this box, and it's just not one soul, it's multiple souls. And you go through the ship with Crescent being like, I finally did it. I gathered all the souls for Alon. Come back. They appear. Crescent, what is wrong with you? I shouldn't even be here. And then all of a sudden, their head hurts. They're in agony. There's so many voices like talking and screaming and all these kind of emotions. And then you go to sleep, and then you see the scene where a certain someone, I forgot if it said her name or not. I don't want to say it if it's spoiler stuff. Let me not say her name for now, because I don't remember whether it did or didn't show the name, or if it was like a bunch of like question marks. But someone appears and is like, hey yo, you're gonna be my interceptor. And Alana was like, hey yo, not happening. And she's like, hey yo, I'll cut your power in half, somebody else takes over. You cool? And then we're like, okay, cool. Well, the original line was like, okay, cool, that's fine, whatever. But during that whole discussion, during that whole thing, they mention multiple like souls in that conversation. Like I can hear the voices. Like I don't get it, I don't understand it, but they're still there. They're listening, they're watching, they're waiting, they're seeing what's about to happen. And we wake up and here we are now. So it's just something that's really interesting that Hugh, Lavender, and so many other characters within this game, like what does Ren see with us? What does Malia see with us? What does Aaron see of us? What does, I don't know, any other person in this game see of us? Do they see, you know, Avis? Do they see Avia, Arena, Axel, Ario, maybe Anna, or Alon here? It's something that's really unique with our character that I like to point out. So yeah, and what's also really cool is how Alita is the only one within this, you know, scene here to actually get it correct. And it makes sense because of her, you know, powers with Vivian and all that kind of stuff. I think that plays a big role into that. Something that's really unique to talk about is all. No! Riza, what's going on? Kieran and Claire are trying to stop the Puppet Master from hacking their data in the real world. Entities of the Lego Somnia engine cannot interfere with the machine. We are not able to intervene their inputs. Correct? You are powerless here. Darn it. What about the reinforcements the Puppet Master set up? You mean the sassy fox, the nerdy kid, and the other two who don't matter? A non-issue for us. This is bad. Riza, Zeta, Sek, wake all of us up. We can do something about this. Waking all of you up will take too long. It takes time to bring multiple people out of the nightmare realm. Then send Alana and Alita. We can wait here. Agreed, they're most adept for this situation. Right, okay. I'll wake Alon and Alita up. Alon, let's wake up. We're the only ones who could do this. The way to the Lego Somnia engine is through the secret channel underneath the fountain, so hurry up. Wow, looks like Amber was right after all. Good job, Amber. Okay. Wakey wakey. I don't know why I said that, but that's okay. Can I go back to sleep? Imagine it just takes me back to the nightmare realm. That would have been pretty funny. I know it never really does that though, but... I don't know why I thought she was out here. Maybe not. Okay. Alright. This is just like the place we were just in. Bit different, but it all checks out in some places. Okay, Alon, here's the plan. We're gonna have the face clear down here, and it'll just be like on Ascilia. If that happens, she'll try some sort of trick to put us against each other. Let's have a code word or something just in case that happens. That way, we'll know it's each other for sure. Let's go with Pekta Party. Yeah, that's a good one. Let me write that real quick. Okay, Alon, we gotta move. Excuse me, but I need your help. Valerie? I'm sorry, did we meet before? Anyway, that's not important, I need your help. I was talking to a group of individuals when suddenly we were attacked. They were wearing really weird jumpsuits and riding these high-tech like vehicles, Claire and Kieran. They thought us for a while and then suddenly backed off in a hurry. The other people ran down here after them, but I don't know if they can handle it on their own. Don't worry, we'll go help them out, so you just stay here, okay? Understood? Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on, but please be careful. Right, I do have my Original team. I might have to... I guess I can play it out with this team and just see how it goes. But I kind of want something different. I'll just leave it the same for now. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. I had to go do something. Anyways. Oh, it's you again. Oh no. It's certainly been a while since I've seen you. Oh. Wait. You're not... Well, this was an unexpected turn of events. Or, I read that all wrong. Sorry. For twerps like you to run into Sek's home like thieves in the night. Sek, are you on our side? Highly doubtful. Of course Sek is not on your side. I'm over here and you're over there. You just applauded yourself. Yes. Okay. To think you guys would come all the way from Karados just to beat Sek up in his own home? It doesn't have to be that way. You could just, you know, move to the side. Okay, but where's the fun in that? Sek is bored. So, Sek just going to kill you both. This is revenge for what you did to Sek on Karados Mountain. Certified bro moment. Porygon 2. Let's go for Air Slash. I have a strong feeling that's Eviolite. I want to confirm my suspicions. Please. Yeah. I guess I could just stay on. That kind of sucked. There we go. Nice. Thank you, Claire. Going to you. Oh, you got 3 Pokemon. I thought it was just a 1. Oh wait, you have Magnet. Pole. Might as well just stay in. Well, that miss kind of sucked, but that's okay. Let's see, Blaze Kick again. Can you capture this guy? Oh, that worked. So frustrating, Sek will explode. We're waiting. How could you? And there it is. Can you stop? The audience knows what is going to happen to Sek. Do not act special. Sek, read special script. Read the script, sorry. Sek, know how this goes. Okay, line 442, section 3. Got it. Sek is ashamed. Sek was being a good player and all. Yeah, I'm bored. Goodbye, cruel world. Okay. Okay, let me save here. I need to go, because I don't think it heals your team actually. Hold up. And on the off chance that it doesn't, I would rather be safe about it. Here we go. Then I guess I should actually, oops. Give you guys some berries since you clearly have eaten all of yours. Let's be real for a second. How's the Clink eat? One of life's great mysteries. Okay. Save again real quick. What are we, about 44? Yeah, we can keep going. Okay, one of those there. Guess who's back, Alon? It's Sek. Alita is right, I'm back. Okay, Mick, check. 1, 2, 3, I am here to be annoying. Since Zara and Jean are skeletons, that means my new owners are my parents, and they want you to not be a pest, so I'm here to be a pest, to be pest control. Zach, your talking pattern is not very consistent. You talk in third person and then you don't. Which is it? Oh. Suddenly I'm feeling murderous intent. Let's get going. And rest in peace, Zara and Jean. Let's see here. You're a ghost type, right? Yeah, electric ghost. That's fine, honestly. Yeah, just let it go. Hello? I just got like a thing pop up here. Rejuvenation V13.5.6. Interesting. What just happened? Hello? Did my game like bug out? Yeah, I guess it did. Odd. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Let me not switch into anything and let's just stay on the field. I know I've had once in a full moon like a pop-up like that, but I've never had anything like that happen before. That was really weird. So I'm just gonna do things a little bit differently and again just stay in just in case. Okay, so we'll go into Olympia this time. Oh. I wonder why that even like happened to begin with. That was really odd. I mean, it's not like the end of the world by any means, but that was really strange. I have no clue what that word means. But as always, I like learning. Spell it out. The cunning character is what it says. Okay. We'll just send him back to the PC. So before I go, do you like shredded cheese or stop stalling and blow up already? You know, I'm thinking the SEC units in this area are defective. That would explain why they're acting so strange. Either way, I'm glad SEC blew up. Yay. Okay, let me save here. And then can I... Hey guys. I think I'm gonna chill up here for a second. Grab that. Now was there's that here. Okay, so not much over there. And then that's locked. Let me save one more time. Alright, I'm back again. Sorry for the pause there. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, hey guys. Don't mind me. I'm just kinda... you know, looking... Oh yeah, you. You're the person who took my quiz back at Crystalline. I've been stuck down here for months. Years maybe. Maybe not years in our time, at least. I was just going to pull a practical joke and say that Madam X was the friends we made along the way. And then suddenly I'm thrown down here with nothing to work with. Wait, if you're here, that means the way out is open? Perhaps. That's cool and all, but I kinda like it down here now. I know I was complaining, but that was a few months worth of bottled up emotions coming out. Now that it's out, I don't really care too much. I'll be fine down here, don't worry, I like it. Feel free to lounge around and stuff, I don't mind. Now, I know that it's a joke, but I don't know what it is. But I feel like there's slightly more meaning to that Madam X is the friends we made along the way. Maybe I'm just being dumb about that, but I just feel like there's more to that potentially. Maybe not though. Did I go up here? Oh, it just leads back here. Okay. Save here. And let's go through this shenanigans. Actually, hold up real quick. Okay, I want to make sure I'm still in set. Because like once in a full moon, I talked about it before, that like whenever there's like events where like I open up Rejuve to start like playing the game, and then it's like, hey yo, corrupt the files, and then I gotta redo some stuff, go back to like an older save to help it out, and it kind of like resets everything. So like the volume's back at like 100 and all that kind of stuff. It goes back to shift, and I gotta redo all those settings. So just wanted to make sure. Adam, Delphox, and Eric. Alita, thank goodness you're here. We're kind of in a double trouble kind of situation. Alon and that other girl, you gotta help me. It's that girl with the red hair, she's using her tricks again. No, don't fall for her tricks, Alon. She's trying to divide us. Super not cool and ultra lame. You stole that line from me earlier. No, you stole that from me. Normally I'd be able to differentiate illusions from reality using aura, but that girl is clever. She's using another object as a base for her illusions to make it difficult to do so. But it's strange, even though she's in the area, I can't sense her ahead. What do you mean? Alon, there you are. I've been looking... What the heck? Really Clear, one scheme isn't enough for you? Don't call me Clear. Then why are you just showing up at the most convenient time? Alon, don't you find that a little suspicious? It took me a bit longer to wake up, that's all. I ran down here as fast as I could. Delphox, Alon, Adam, back me up here. This sucks. What do we do? We'll start with Eric first. Alon, you must know Eric, right? Eric 1, Eric 2. I don't know why I read their names. It's true they do. Stop that. Alon, please ask questions and figure out the imposter. I will be concentrating my power in the meantime. Let's start. Eric 1. Yes? What do you want to know? Now, if I'm not mistaken, I kind of already know the answers, but I'm kind of curious on just reading their dialogues for fun. Favorite character? Oh, that's an easy one. My favorite character is Ani May. Ani, amazing, always energetic, pop idol, android. She fights crime and wastes no time. I was wearing a wig of her until this person destroyed it. Yes? What do you want to know? Gym field. My gym field tends to change from time to time, but right now I'm using the murky water field. Hope that satisfies ya. Yes? Favorite invention? It has to be the invention Saki and I worked on together. Sakatron. Yes? None. Eric 2. Favorite character? Oh, that's an easy one. My favorite character is Anime. She's amazing and that's all you need to know. She fights crime and wastes no time. Jim Field. Murky Water Field easy, sorry. Favorite invention? The android I made with Sakatron. It's super cool and awesome. Ask me a question, sorry. Choose an imposter. And if I'm not mistaken, it's number 2. That one's gotta be the imposter then, right? Alright, let's see how this goes. Begone, imposter. Ouch. Yeah, you guys got it right. So rude. Thank you guys. You guys are the real ones. Now we have to figure out the deal with Alita. Now, the reason that you can differentiate it like easily, I think the way that it spells like anime is different. If it's not that, I don't honestly remember. I know like the blonde yellow hair could fool many new players, but I think the drone spelled it like the month of May, while Eric spelled it in the way that he normally has said it before, so I think that's a telltale. I might be mistaken and they both are spelled that way and I'm just being forgetful, but if it's not that, I don't really remember, but just go with the one with the yellow hair. We should ask questions and... Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. Had to go do something. No time. As we speak, Kieran is interfering with the Lego Somni engine. If we don't hurry, all of the data will be wiped from the drive. That's what I was gonna say. We can't waste any more time. Alon, you're just going to have to choose. I believe in you. You should have noticed something from beforehand, Alon. She slipped. Alon, remember, peck a party. Who is the imposter? And of course, number 1 is clearly the imposter. No pun intended. I see. Let's find out. Begone, imposter. Alon, I knew you could figure it out. Impressive. I didn't expect such a long-haul trick to be exposed so easily. It was foolish of me to underestimate the Interceptor after all. Alita, you claimed that I slipped before. What was it? You referred to Delpha as Delphox. I always refer to Delphox as Delpha. Interesting. I suppose you're right. My lack of data on the relationship failed me. After her. Clear, always making me work for my gratification. There's no growth from easy wins. Says you. Now you're revealed. You're powerless against me. Perhaps. However, I still have my trump card to play. Don't underestimate me. Let's play Tough Puff. For a moment. Tough Puff? Alright. Nice. I don't think I win this. Clearly, because my team's not healed and I forgot to do so. Let's give it one hoorah. I'm just gonna stay in. Yep. I don't know what I expected. The problem is I don't know code this thing. I don't know why I'm trying this, but I'm just gonna test the waters a little. I'm gone. Crit did not matter. Shift gear. Okay. just stay in. I'm shocked. I don't know why I did that much. How do we win this? I mean, I thanks, Clink Clang? Question mark? How did... That is so weird. I don't know why. I remember this battle being so much more tricky. Okay, thanks, Clink Clang. I'm just gonna run with that. No regrets. Amazing job, Alon. We won. Clear, you failed. Back away from the Lego Somnia engine right now. Failed? Winning the battle was never the objective. Sometimes you have to lose to win. I thought you learned that lesson on Ascilia. And done. All the data has been successfully wiped. No. We win. We failed? No. Failure? My plan failed? No. I won't give up. 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 Thomas, I thought you were the one in the Puppet Master suit. I thought I was too. Looks like we found our illegal player. Illegal? I was invited here by the Puppet Master. Saki Blakery won't be the one to kill Mr. Blakery. I will. Rhodia, the community manager? Thanks for remembering me. I know I stay hidden in the shadows, but today I'm here on invitation. Invitation? No, I read that right. Sorry, I thought I said that wrong. Like I said before, you're here to kill Mr. Blakery? Why? Haven't you heard enough reasons for why Mr. Blakery should die? But if you need a reason, then fine. It's simple. Mr. Blakery is the reason why I'm here. Figuratively and literally. Do you remember me, Mr. Blakery? Remember you? I just said who you were. Oh, sorry. I guess that question was a bit too vague without context. I think it's kind of cool. Vague clarity. Alright, I'll stop. Allow me to provide that context for you, sir. Hello, citizens of Hiyoshi City. I would like to welcome you all. I am very excited to unveil a project me and my team have been working on for many years. Just 5 years ago, Hiyoshi City was constructed after our beloved home region was destroyed. She's referring to Mira, by the way. Even in the face of adversity, we move on. Those words. Oh, so you do remember them. I do too. But how? How could you remember those words from a time before you were born? Because I was alive then. In fact, I was on the stage where my father unveiled the project for Grand Dream City. Are you telling me that you're little Sandy, the mayor's daughter? Impossible. You would be almost as old as me if that were the case. Anger and hatred ages a girl differently. What can I say? I see. If this is your resolve, then allow me to join. Oh no, you're dying too. You've enabled this man for decades and sat idly by while he corrupted his way into more power. You're just as guilty as he is. What the hell? You're gonna kill all of us for his crappy existence? Correct. And I will take great pleasure in killing Saki Blakery as well. The way she ran around acting like she worked hard for what she's accomplished. The Blakerys know nothing more than to trample over everyone to get to the top. The Puppet Master gave me this opportunity, and it will not go to waste. I assure you of that. Please, stop. I'm sorry. Let's make this quick. I didn't come to talk. Everyone, gather in the center of the room right now. Let's go. And don't get any ideas. I'm not playing. I can't move. Obviously I didn't mean you. I know you're bound to the chair. This is the idiot who managed to get this far? Why am I not surprised? Thomas? How could you leave this thing behind? So careless. So you're just gonna blow us up with a techno blast. What exactly will you accomplish with that? You sure do love to talk when no one asks you to, huh? Genesect began to charge up. Now it's kind of like interesting, like, what does Amber have to do with this? I mean, I don't know if she's like, no witnesses, that kind of ordeal, but other than that, Amber has nothing to do with this. And of course, like, Saki's not to blame either. Thomas... Okay, Thomas is Thomas Jr. is what I'm talking to. You know, we've had a few rough moments, him saying some rude words, being mean to friends, but realistically, those two, I don't think warrants death. I'm not... See, here's the thing. I think on an older series, like, I had this, like, debate. I'm not one for, like, murder and stuff like that. Let's just get that on out of the way. But at the same time, from a game-like perspective, you can at least understand why Rhodia has this deep hatred within her heart, that it's definitely justified and it makes total sense for her to want to do this, but I still don't, like, agree with murder. But I get it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Crap. Saki, we gotta move or something. Saki, come on. You can't just shut down on me again. Just how many people did my family hurt? How much hatred was born because of my name? How many dreams were destroyed for our advancement? Saki. So here's the thing. It's a lot. This world, in a way, is a product of that hatred. And with that... What's going on? Saki, Amber. I like how the Genesec's just chilling in the corner. Oh well, bye Rhodia. Eric, what's going on? I don't know, but this computer is going completely haywire. Kieran must have done something to it. No, whatever this is, it's... For a moment. Screw the machine. We need to get the heck on out of here. Right. Come on. Let's move. Dream a dream so grand that it becomes a nightmare. Dream a dream so grand that it becomes a nightmare. Dream a dream so grand that it becomes a nightmare. It becomes a nightmare. Becomes a nightmare. Becomes a nightmare. Becomes a nightmare. What the heck was all of that? I did not expect to be thrown into Mr. Nightmare's house of fun like that. I don't have an answer for you. Sorry. Wait a minute. Where is Adam and Delpha? I swear they were just behind me. Maybe they didn't make it. Right. So, before I say anything else, anyone gonna tell me what's going on here? It's a long story, so... And that's basically all of it. So we're screwed. If the Lego Somnia engine can project dreams into a digital plane, then with enough power it's probably possible to bring dreams into reality. And judging by the look of things, that's exactly what's happening. Dreams are becoming a reality. That can't be good. Of course it's not good. When dreams and reality mesh, it would be impossible to distinguish them. And it's not going to just engulf Axis High. It's going to grow until it takes over the entirety of Grand Dream City, then Route 9, then Route 10, 7, 8, West Kieran, East Kieran, Terrajuma, and it won't stop until the entire world is distorted by dreams and nightmares. Oh, crap. What can we do to stop this? You said the Puppet Master is the guy behind all of this, right? The only thing I can think of would be to destroy him. That, or find the Lego Somnia engine and destroy it. But if dreams and reality are meshing, I don't think the engine exists anymore. The machine itself is the dream world. So we have to locate the puppet master and stop him. Got it. Let's go, Alon. It's showtime. Wait, you can't be serious. Going back there is crazy. Not like we got any other choice. This is a threat that cannot be allowed to exist. Imagine if Team Zen got into contact with this world and found a way to control it. There would be nothing we could do to fight against that. Besides, I'm going to become the sensei of Sheridan Village one day. I'm going to have to face all of my problems head on if I want to succeed. You're going to lose your head if you do that. Maybe so. Still, I made up my mind. We have friends in there we need to save. I'm going to... I hate this. Second thought. I'm going to. That's the spirit, Alon. We trained for this, remember? We're not going to let this stop us. Alright, but please be careful. Alright, I'm ready to head out. You guys are crazy, but I think that's kind of cool, you know. Okay. While we may be crazy, we're going to stop here. Definitely a very lengthy episode, but a very good one regardless. I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.